Hello, my name is Sydney West, and I did my project over Venezuela. I picked Venezuela because my Spanish 3 teacher in high school, Ms. Mavo, is from Venezuela, and she always talks about her country in her lectures. For this trip, I took my sister, Sadie, who is on the left of me, because who wants to go to a country by themselves? Here are two maps of Venezuela. The official name of the country is Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. It's located in the northern part of South America. The capital is Caracas, and the country gained independence from Spain on July 5, 1811, which is actually a day and 35 years later after America gained their independence from Great Britain. Here is a picture of Venezuela's flag. The yellow represents the riches and wealths of the country. The blue represents courage. The red represents the bloodshed for their independence. And the stars represent the 8 provinces in Venezuela that united together to fight for their freedom against Spain. My sister and I stayed in Venezuela for a total of 5 days. On the first day, we drove to the Houston airport to leave for our flight at 3:20 in the afternoon. Then we would arrive to the Caracas, Venezuela at 1:27 in the morning. After that, we would get a taxi and head to the Gran Malia Caracas, which was our hotel. And then on day 2, we toured the Leones del Caracas Stadium, which was the baseball stadium we visited. Then on day 3, we went to the Alavilla National Park, and we had a tour guide take us all around the park the whole day. Then on day 4, we would go to the Fine Arts Museum. And then on day 5, we would check out of our hotel at 11 a.m. and then go to the Venezuela airport to leave at 1:20 in the afternoon, and then arrive to Houston, Texas at 7:45 at night. For our trip to Venezuela, my sister and I used the Copa Airlines. After my sister and I flew in from Houston, Texas, we took a taxi to our hotel, which is the Gran Malia Caracas Hotel. It's about 30 minutes from the airport. For our trip in total in Venezuela, my sister and I spent a little over $3,000. In transportation, we spent $1,553, and that included our flight tickets, taxi funds for whenever we had to get to places in Venezuela, and since we were in Venezuela, my car was parked at the Houston airport and you had to pay $26 a day while you're in a different country or when your car is just parked there. Then we paid for our hotel, which we stayed 4 nights total, $79 a night, and then we paid for our entertainment. However, whenever we went to the art museum, we didn't have to pay anything because admission was free. And then we spent almost $140 in food. We would have spent more, but my sister and I don't eat breakfast. And then for souvenirs, we each bought a baseball cap and a shirt. And then we brought about $800 in emergency money, just in case if anything happened or if we wanted to buy extra stuff. The currency in Venezuela is the Venezuelan bolivar. The exchange rate is for 1 Venezuelan bolivar is not even a whole US dollar. It's 200 thousandths of 1 US dollar, or 0.00002 of a US dollar. The weather in Venezuela varies from season to season. However, if you are on the highlands of Venezuela, then the temperature is really cool. If you're on the lowlands of Venezuela, then the temperatures are hot and humid. Overall, there's an average of 32 inches of rainfall per year in Venezuela. In Caracas, the average temperature is 69 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the Leones del Caracas Stadium. It is the baseball stadium of the Caracas Leones, which is the Caracas Lions. This baseball team has won the most championships in Venezuela, winning 20. It is the largest baseball stadium in the country. While my sister and I visited the Leones del Caracas Stadium, we met 2 players. The picture on the right is Frank Lopez. He is a pitcher for the Leones del Caracas. And on the left is Oscar Hernandez, who is a catcher for the baseball team. The second place my sister and I visited in Venezuela is the Avila National Park. It is a park that separates the sea from the city Caracas, which is the city we are staying in. From there, you're able to see the Caribbean Sea on one side and the Caracas city view on the other side. The last place my sister and I visited in Venezuela is the Museo de Bellas Artes, the Fine Arts Museum in Caracas. It has 20 gallery spaces that have valuable paintings and art dedicated to the Chinese and Egyptian art. They have gardens, a pond, and trees to sit under on the outside of the museum. There are numerous dishes found in Venezuela. One of them is an arepa, which is on the left side. It is a cornmeal cake stuffed with cheeses and meats that is either grilled, baked, or fried. They're basically tacos. And on the right is a pabellon criollo, which is a dish of shredded beef and black beans served on top of white rice. On the left is a sopa de mondongo. It is a soup made with cow intestines and stomachs and a mixture of root vegetables such as celery, bell peppers, and etc. On the right is a pasticho. It's basically a lasagna. Here are two common desserts found in Venezuela. The one on the left is the bien me sabe, which means it tastes good to me. It is a spongy coconut cake filled with layers of cream. And on the right is a cannoli, which is a pastry tube filled with ricotta cheese and honey, or sometimes chocolate. There are a couple of drinks found in Venezuela. The one on the left is a papelón con limón. It is a sweet and sour drink made from raw sugar cane, water, and lime juice. And on the right is a merengada, a drink made out of ice, milk, sugar, and fruit. On the left is a cocada. It's a milkshake made out of coconut and a little bit of cinnamon. It is sometimes mixed with vanilla ice cream or condensed milk. And on the right is a batito. It is a thick fruit juice made with more fruit than water. There are 3 sports in Venezuela that are really popular: baseball, soccer, and bull tailing, which is a sport that involves chasing down a bull while riding on a horse. One important holiday in Venezuela is Simon Bolivar's birthday. It is celebrated on July 24th. It is an important day in Venezuela because Simon Bolivar was a key role and important hero that made Venezuela become independent from Spain. Another holiday celebrated is a carnival, which is a 4-day holiday celebrated 4 days before Ash Wednesday, where people party before fasting for Lent. It is similar to Mardi Gras in the United States. Another holiday celebrated in Venezuela is All Saints' Day. It's a religious holiday celebrated on November 1st every year, where people remember all of the Christian saints by attending church, make offerings, and put flowers on relatives' graves. One national holiday in Venezuela is Shrove Tuesday, which is Pancake Day. It is a religious holiday celebrated the Tuesday before Ash Wednesday, where people eat fatty and rich foods that people did not eat during Lent. Another holiday celebrated is the Assumption of Mary. It is a religious holiday celebrated on August 15th where people feast to celebrate the Virgin Mary. Another national holiday celebrated in Venezuela is Indigenous Resistance Day. It is a holiday celebrated on October 12th where people remember their resistance to European settlement and embrace their country's history, cultures, and struggles to maintain their identity. They also share some holidays with the United States, such as Good Friday and Easter.